Hello and welcome, everyone. Sorry for the short delay today. Took me a little longer to get started than I thought it would. Yeah, I've been running for too long like that. That's my bad. Okay, I'm not muted. Everything's running the way it's supposed to. Man, sorry, it's been a day. It has been a day. So I got my new job that I've been doing. I'm on call this week. So, I mean, I was getting off late anyway. It was about 5:30 or so, I think. So, maybe it was a little later than that. But I got a phone call. I think it was about 5:30. And I had an on-call phone call. Somebody busted in somebody else's sliding glass door. So I had to go fix it. You know, I can't fix it because I can't just magically make glass appear and replace the busted out glass in their apartment. So, we had to secure it, so we had to, okay, it's pretty chop-tacular over here. It's always like this when I first load up Andromeda. For whatever reason, it just takes its sweet time to catch up. How much does that cost? 6,000? Hold on. Weapons, sniper rifles. I've got the Widow 5. Huh. Let me just, yeah. I got 65,000 credits I'm not using on anything. Armors. Consumables. Nothing and nothing. Remnant decryption key. You know what? There we go. Yeah, so it was definitely an interesting bit. I got home about 15 minutes ago. I haven't eaten anything yet. I just sort of slapped everything together. So I'm kind of running behind a little bit today. AVP status control. I should be able to collect all my rewards. Yep. Yeah. I know. Thank you. Strike team missions. I will debrief my strike teams. Hey, level up. Any chance these guys can do... Actually, let me see. Because I should be able to buy... Oh, I've got a bunch of crap. Let me claim all rewards. Come on. Claim all. Thank you. Electronic countermeasures. Plus 14 to effectiveness. Oh, it requires mission funds to do that. N7 armor plus 10 to effectiveness. All-weather gear. Is this a one-time thing, or is this just something that the strike teams get equipped with? Sure. I have 50 mission funds, so that's what I got. So let's see. Send a strike team. Okay, so that's not going to work. Let's try the silver level one. 78% chance. That gave me a plus 10% chance. Ugh, great. So that was not worth all the mission funds I spent. So it seems. We'll send a strike team. We'll send these guys. Whiskey. You guys go do that. I mean, if you've got a 78% chance of success on all of these, I may as well just send you on that one. So, we'll see if that does any better. I need to check my skills too. I've got 10 points. Combat. Combat fitness. Extra holster or heavy lifting. Plus 20% weapon clip size. Plus 25% weapon spare ammo. Well, that sounds useful. Versus plus 1 weapon loadout size plus 25% weapon weight capacity. I mean, that's also useful. We'll learn that one. Let's see. Regen delay reduction in cover 50%. Damage resistance in cover 100. Low health damage resistance 200. Probably we'll do in the trenches because I'm. Well, actually, I'm not really behind cover all that much, but I'll start getting behind cover more. Okay, so we're gonna save. I need to go to EOS. I'm gonna wait till I hear from Wappold. Because I know Wappold was interested about the swimming pool we've been working on. System view. Life on the Frontier. EOS. Okay. While I'm fast traveling, I gotta check something real quick.
Pythias system. Home of Eos and Prodromos.
Let's see here. Sorry, I'm trying to order my dinner. So it'll get here when I'm done streaming. Yeah, we'll confirm the loadout. That's good.
Descent is green.
Coordinating. Path is calm.
Let's see. Still loading, eh? Okay, we're here. So where do I need to turn this quest in at? Is it close? There's that. I'm gonna try to do that one. That one I've been hanging on to for like since we got here to EOS. Pretty much fix this planet up.
Is your name Yale?
Yeah, that's me. Stanton Yale. And what can I do for the Pathfinder today?
Tell me about the Three Sabers.
Oh, shit.
You were their leader before they kicked you out.
And gave me a broken leg and a dislocated shoulder as parting gifts. It was a mistake. We trained the attack dogs, and they turned on us.
Explain.
The new outposts, our supply routes, they needed protection. We couldn't rely on just you. I proposed that we'd save Nexus blood by hiring exiles to fight for us.
It could have worked. Mercenaries and privateers have existed throughout history.
That was the hope. Cochran and I served together. I thought I could trust him and the crew. I became their commander. I armed them. I shared access to Padromo's operations. And then they took their new toys and went rogue. Attacked people they were supposed to protect.
You know I have to report this. You conspired with Nexus enemies.
Who are you gonna report to? Addison? She signed off on it.
Wait, Addison?
She wasn't sure Ryder would work out as Pathfinder. She was desperate for options. So report it if you want. Addison knows any investigation's gonna dig up docs covered in her fingerprints. I have to get back to work. We've got an outpost to run here.
I am. I'm muted because I was drinking. Thank you, Lily. I was drinking and I thought I unmuted it, but I didn't. Or I was too focused on trying to get my dinner ordered so that way I have something to eat after the stream. Since I hadn't eaten anything yet.
Ascent is go.
It's been a day, Lily.
All
It has
clear.
been a day.
Welcome back.
I am going to mute myself on purpose and then make sure I unmute. Give me 1 second. I'm definitely unmuted now. Okay, let me just... I got that scheduled. Yeah, it should be good. Guess we gotta go to the Nexus to confront Addison. Thank you for looking out for me again, Lily. I've been kind of all over the place. Okay, I'm done. Focused entirely on the stream now. Yes, first thing this morning we get to the store. We get to the shop. Mike's there, and we just was like, "Hey, we got to go make sure that we get the stuff done." We got a bunch of bulk trash. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm glad. I'm glad you're looking out, Lily. But so the first thing we do is we go get the bulk trash, and by bulk trash, I mean, you know, if you've ever lived in an apartment complex, you've seen it. People will take their couches, their love seats, tables, lamps, anything like that. And then there's the appliance trash that we throw out, like busted dishwashers and stoves, refrigerators and such. All that stuff. That's all bulk trash. So we have, oops. There we go. We have like one of the big, I'm sure you've seen them, the construction dumpsters that look like giant troughs. We've got one of those. We emptied it out recently. Real recently. Actually, we emptied it out Monday. And immediately it was full again. So they emptied it out today, but when they rolled up, we had a couch sitting on top of it, and I was like, is there too much in that? Do we need to take that couch off there? The guy was like, it's fine, don't worry about it. But we were expecting them to take a little bit to get there, but that was going to be the first thing we did in the morning anyway. But the dude showed up immediately, like as soon as we got there, so we had to drop what we were doing and run over there and try to get it handled. We got it sorted out. It's all good. We moved a refrigerator that smelled like there was a dead body in it because somebody skipped and didn't pay their power bill and left food in their refrigerator, so we had to move it, and oh, the smell. Horrific. Hello, Addison. We have some discussions to make.
Yale told me to expect a visit. I hoped this blunder wouldn't come to light, but Helios has a habit of dashing our hopes. Have the three Sabers been eliminated, Pathfinder?
I dealt with them.
Then the problem's solved. As far as everyone's concerned, the three Sabers acted on their own.
But they didn't, did they? Hey, Ryder.
Who the hell's this?
This investigation started with Sid's instincts.
I applaud good instincts, but not in this case.
So I was right, wasn't I? Someone on the Nexus was helping the three Sabers.
Yes, it was a mistake. We authorized a course of action that cost lives, but, like I said, it's over.
You
Indubitably.
have to tell people. If we made a mistake, we have to own it, right?
Who does that serve? It could damage relations with the Angara, spark another uprising.
It would be lying. Ryder, if you hide this, what else will you let them hide?
We're not taking tips on diplomacy from a teenager.
With all due respect, Director, Sid's right. Transparency is important for building trust. People need to know they can trust us, even when we screw up.
I'll make sure people hear about this.
Pathfinder, you're making a mistake.
Maybe. But at least I'm willing to acknowledge it.
I don't know if I was muted. I don't know if you heard me slurping down my beverage or not. If you did, I apologize. I'm definitely not muted now. No, but one of the things that, like, the end of the day today was just rough. Earlier in the week, me and, like, so the other two maintenance folks are out. They were out. My maintenance supervisor was out because she was in a car wreck. She's fine, but she had a concussion, so she has to stay home. And that's just not her DNA. Not at all. She is, like, she tried to come to work, and she said that, like, looking down at a keyboard hurt. And the office staff told her. The office staff told her to just go home. So she did. And then she went to see her family, like her general practitioner, and they were like, you have a concussion, you need to stay home for at least a week. So she did. By the way, my maintenance supervisor is a she, and she is awesome. Like, easily the best supervisor I've worked under. It's funny because you usually expect, generally in that position, you expect an older gentleman. But she's younger than I am, and she really knows her stuff, so she's awesome. And she's teaching me how to be a certified pool operator and an HVAC guy. That earlier in the week, we had somebody from the maintenance supervisor from another property come over and help us, because it was just me that day. So we went to an older gentleman's apartment because he said his garbage disposal was acting weird, and that his sink was backing up. Well, his sink was backing up because his disposal was clogged, like it was busted. So the only way we could fix that was to replace the disposal. However, I was unaware that that's not a thing we do. The owners decided that garbage disposals they're not worth the effort, so we're ripping out all the disposals that don't work and replumbing them. And the guy was not happy to hear that, especially since I was in there 2 days ago. And yeah, he didn't like that at all. He's like, well, that was one of the amenities I paid for. I'm like, well, I mean, sure, but not anymore. They're doing away with them because they're not worth it, according to the owners, at least. I should do that mission, but I'll wait. I'll come back to it. Allies and relationships. Your enemy. I gotta wait on that one. I gotta wait on that one. Same. So I'm holding for all of them. So really, the only mission I have is the big story mission, except for meeting Drac at Kadara. Which, let's do that, because I have to go to Kadara anyway for the other one. So we'll meet Nakmor Drac at Kadara. You know how long it took me to replumb that gentleman's sink? It took me an hour. Maybe a little longer than that. It should not take me that long to replumb a sink. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you've got a collar that sits under your sink, and the garbage disposal attaches to that collar. And then you've got your dishwasher line, your drain line for your dishwasher attaches to garbage disposal. And then your garbage disposal and your sink, like if you've got a double sink like most apartment complexes do, if you've got a disposal. One sink is a disposal side, the other one's not. There's a T-pipe that the regular drain goes down to and the disposal line goes down to, and they all meet in the same pipe, go through a P-trap, and then out through the wall. Well, this guy had a huge super pipe that a plumber came in and put in because it wasn't working. So that was a whole thing. I used all my pipes, and I could not for the life of me get it to work. I had to just sit and wait for a little while the guy got a phone call from somebody, and he complained several times about us removing his disposal and not putting a new one in. I mean, and to a certain extent, I agree with one of the things he said. He's like, well, it would have been done by now if they just put in a new disposal, and he's not wrong, but it just... The owners don't want to put them in. We're not putting them in. That's simple.
Need something?
There we go. That's who I need to talk to.
I was told you could help me find an Angara named Lieta.
No can do.
Why not?
I was generously compensated to keep my mouth shut. I'm a man of my word. I'm sure you understand.
Hey, I'm a good friend to have. You help me, and I'll help you.
Go on.
I can bend Sloane's ear. That's worth more than credits.
Sold. I can't tell you where she went. I can't stop you from taking a peek at my doc records either. Especially if you knew the passcode is 1837.
Got it. Thanks.
I don't know what you mean.
Thanks for your time.
Back to work.
Okay. I gotta meet Drac. Where is this guy's computer? Or whatever. Ah, forget it. I'll take 20 minutes to open this door. I bought too much food from Taco Bell. That's where my dinner's coming from. Ooh.
Do I even want to know?
Hey? Oh, this?
Let me scooch that out of the way for you.
Some idiot who got talked into a headbutting contest with me by his buddies.
Some buddies.
Hey! You!
Not in my bar.
I know you. Nexus. Your people hurt my friends. Now, we're gonna hurt you.
Looks like someone wants a fight. You up for it, Ryder?
You know I am. You start this, I'm gonna finish it.
Yeah? You and what army?
I don't need an army. I've got a Krogan.
Just what do you think you're doing?
Drac. What's that Solarian think he's doing? Oh, the rest of the bar's coming to join?
Balls almighty quads, I'm getting too old for this shit. Hey, Ryder. Do me a favor. Don't tell Cash about this.
I got you covered.
That you do, I just don't want her to worry.
The whole bar's unconscious. Oh, man. There we go. Alright, that one's done. Let me see. Journal. No, it's not under here. It's under Helios assignments? No. Here? No. It's not a priority ops. It's gotta be an additional task. There it is. View the doc records. Yeah, we had a few air conditioning calls too. Those just take a while. We had one. Oh my god, it was amazing. It was this kid. This I guess a mom and her son were, they live in an apartment, and they were calling about their air conditioner was giving them problems. So we went to check it out, and yeah, definitely not their fault exactly, but it was a problem. Well, actually, none of it was their fault. I don't know. I didn't mean it like that at all. Essentially, what had happened was during the winter, the unit started freezing up, or near the end of winter, the unit was freezing up. So somebody walked by and yanked the disconnect for it. And because of that, it was shut off. It wasn't working. So It didn't matter what they did to their air conditioner, it
the
wasn't
records
going to
say
work.
Lieta went to Aya for recovery. She was injured.
It must have been bad if she was sent to Aya.
What happened on Eladin?
There's a resistance med center on Aya. That's where we'll find answers.
Okay. Transit console, return of the Tempest, and we'll head to Aya. So, me and Mike went over there, or me and the other maintenance guy went over there. Check it out. It was... The disconnect was pulled, so we put it back in there, and we turned the air conditioner on because it was off because it wasn't working. It's weird. About half the people, when their air conditioner, when they know it's not working, they'll turn it off. The other half leave it on and set it to like 45 degrees. So it's... they just crank it as far down as they'll go. Like, it's not working. I don't understand. I set it to 45. Well, no wonder it's not working. You set it to 45 degrees. I don't know why the thermostats let it get down that low, because it will not work if you do that.
No orbiting Kadara.
But people try. So her little boy is in school, but he jumps up to see what we're doing. He's like, "What are you guys doing over here?" Yeah, we're working on their air conditioner. So essentially, what had happened was, before I said what happened with the little kid, what happened with their air conditioner was the unit was low on Freon because it was freezing, so that's why they yanked the disconnect. Put the disconnect back in, turned it back on, hooked up my gauges to it to check it out. And I was like, okay, well, it's a little low on Freon, so we put some refrigerant in it. We flipped the tank over and turned the tank off, because if you don't turn the tank off before you do everything, Mike told me this. He said he was on top of a roof at a different apartment complex when he was first started messing with air conditioners, because he didn't really do a lot of air conditioning work. He did a lot of other stuff. So he was learning about that from somebody. And he said he was working with, and his exact words were, I work with this Puerto Rican guy. And so I turn the gauges off, and I take the charging line. So the way the gauges are set up, it's two dials that show your pressure on the low pressure side and the high pressure side of the air conditioner. And there's a blue one that's for the low pressure, and a red one that's for the high pressure. There's a yellow one that's just for hooking up to the refrigerant to charge the unit. So Mike he didn't turn the tank off for refrigerant, so he starts disconnecting the yellow line from the refrigerant while he's on top of this roof, and it just starts spraying. The can starts flying away because it's full of Freon. He's chasing it down. They said the Puerto Rican guy's like, stupid. Hilarious. You always got to make sure you turn the tank off before you disconnect anything from it. So I was disconnecting everything. I take the high pressure line off, and it just starts spraying refrigerant. I've taken the hose off. Everything's turned off. There's a little valve on the inside where you hook up to. The valve was damaged, and that's why their unit was freezing up. All their Freon leaked out. So we ended up having to we had to void the system. We had to drain all the refrigerant out of it and then replace the valve, because you can't just replace the valve. Because if there's refrigerant in the system, as soon as you start to pull the little valve out, it'll all just blast the pressure out, so it'll lose all its refrigerant, and you can't just jam the new valve in and get it on there. So we had to drain the unit, put a new valve on it, and then fill it all the way up. I used the rest of that can of Freon doing it. It was a whole thing. I should have fast traveled over there, but I didn't, because I didn't think about it. But that little boy comes out, and he's watching us. He's like, what are you guys doing? It's like, we're fixing the air conditioner. And he's like, how are you doing that? He's like, and the other maintenance guy, he's got a multimeter, but he's got a nicer one than I do. It can detect temperature. It's got like a clamp on it. He's like, well, we're using this thing, but it'll detect and see how smart you are. And so he like clips it to himself. He's like, see, it says I'm real smart. And he's like, let me get you. And the kid's like, no. He's like, come on, let me do it. He just runs off, and we started telling. He comes back a few minutes later. He's like, you guys know any jokes? It's like, I got one. He's like, what? It's like, what do you call cheese it in yours? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, nacho cheese. And he looked at me, And he just kind of like rolled his eyes. I thought the other maintenance guy was going to lose it. He's sort of laughing so hard. He didn't expect the kid to react that way, but it was funny.
No entering the med center until you're clean.
Oh, right. I forgot about this.
Ion console. Touch the start pad, it does the rest.
Forgot about the decontamination. Blur, 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 blur. We had a few other jokes with the kid. It was fun.
To be here.
Rorik sent me to find you. He wanted me to give you this cryo bracelet.
Rorik? I don't want it. Take it away. I want nothing to do with Rorik. With any of you.
You've been through a lot, haven't you?
You wouldn't want to hear about it.
Try me.
I was dumped by scavengers. Outsiders who left me for dead. I thought I could come to Aya and feel safe with my people. Forget what happened. And now you're here. Seems like no matter where I go, I can't escape outsiders. All of you need to just go away and leave me alone.
You were jumped by scavengers?
On Eladon. They said they had salvage to sell. I was stupid enough to follow them. Once we were alone, they attacked. Left me for dead. Took my ship and flew off-world.
How did you get back?
I walked. 3 hours on the dunes with a few broken ribs. Rode back to Kadara with another salvager.
You can't lose faith. Some of those outsiders care about you.
Like who?
Rorik, for one. He sent me to find you, didn't he?
You went to a lot of trouble for someone you didn't know. Why?
Lots of us are trying to bring some good to Helios. Like Rorik. Like me.
Rorik. I should have known he'd be worried about me. Can I see that bracelet again?
Ow.
He actually made it.
He said you can use it to visit him again.
It'll take me some time, but I think I can do that. I know Rorik. He'd blame himself if he knew what happened. It would be better if he didn't know the truth. It's your choice, but think about it.
There we go. Quest is done. We'll have to go back to Kadara and complete this quest. I'm doing a lot of air conditioning calls lately. Ooh, I had one yesterday. Guy calls in. He's like, my air conditioner's not working. It's been out for a little while. Actually, the guy didn't call his girlfriend or wife or whoever she was, a significant other. She called in and was like, we've been having problems with our air conditioner. How do we let y'all know about that? And it's funny, the leasing person in the office, leasing professional, that's what it's called. I couldn't think of the words. She said, you could just tell me and we'll get it taken care of for you. And she's like, oh, that would be wonderful. So she said that the problem was that it hadn't really been cooling at all. So I go over to the apartment, check out the air conditioner. You know what the problem was? One of two things happened. Somebody went over there to work on the unit. They turned the breaker off because it's weird. There's two ways most air conditioners are set up. Your condenser outside is going to have either a non-fusible disconnect, which is just like a pull tab that you yank out, which will shut off the outside unit. It breaks the circuit, so that way it doesn't send power. So you can pull that and actually flip it and put it in upside down. And if you do that, it stores it in there, but it doesn't complete the circuit. And the other way is it's got an actual breaker out there. Theirs had a breaker. Somebody had turned the breaker off and either stolen the capacitor off of it, or...
Welcome back.
So somebody either been a jerk and turned it off and stole the capacitor, or somebody went over there and turned the breaker off and started working on it. They removed the capacitor, and then either one of the little tabs broke off of the connection, or it was missing and they went to go get a part and something else happened and then never went back to it. I don't know. It's weird. But they didn't have a capacitor sitting there, so I went over and that was what I did. I put a new capacitor on it, put a new, I crimped a new connection to it so that we could get it on the capacitor. And if you don't know, there's two kinds of power storage, generally speaking. You got a battery, which is a thing that stores a charge, and over time it releases its charge. Or a capacitor does basically the same thing a battery does, but it like dumps its whole charge at once. Cars use them to start it, like as an extra start for an engine. The air conditioners use them to kickstart compressors and stuff like that. So it's just, they're important parts. If you don't have a capacitor on your unit, your condenser's not going to come on. You're not going to get any air conditioning. Yeah. I'm just rambling at this point. So we're almost an hour. Make sure my heating pad stays on, otherwise my... It's not as bad. It used to be I couldn't sit in this chair for the 4 hours. Oops, sorry. That was a little loud. What was that? Okay, thanks, Uber Eats. Appreciate it. Take lift to the slums! I wonder how much is this going to affect me if I bring... I need to hit back. I need to unequip. Power recharge speed is still 100%. So I'm going to do Black Widow. And I'm going to see what I got. Plus 16% damage. 77% penetration damage. Plus 2 sniper rifle ammo penetration distance. Now, let's see. Barrel. Plus it. Oops. I don't want to do that. Lattice materials. Recon scope. Vented barrel. Yeah, sure. I'll stick that on there. Cool. You know what? I got a new gun to carry around. And my, it's not going to affect my biotic abilities. That's awesome. I like that. I'll be able to creep up and blast people from, you know, however far away. I've forgotten how much I enjoy doing maintenance work. And I've been doing turns, which different apartment complexes handle things differently. Some places call them turns. Some places call them make-readies. They're all the same thing. You're turning the apartment over from one resident and getting it ready for the next, or you're making it ready for the next person to move in. But I've just been doing turns and not really doing any work orders. But here, like this past week, I've just been doing work orders pretty much. Because I'd go into an apartment to start a turn, and then something would happen, and I wouldn't be able to do the turn. So, and because I've been on call this week too, it hadn't been helping. Because I've been getting on-call calls while I'm out and about. Do I have... What is this? Hunting the Archon. I think that's the only one I got left. I'm not certain. I'm going to mark that cache, and I'm going to fast travel over there. I want to see what's in one of these caches. Alley-oop. Oh, I can't pull my gun out in here because I was gonna try out my my new sniper rifle. Just see how it is. Is that the cache? Well, how does this work? How do I get this thing? Hello? Ugh. That's a terrible one. It's not up above me. It says it's at the same level. It's not below. It's right there. I can't access it. Okay, forget it. We'll just go hunting the Archon. Easy peasy, chicken squeezy. How do I zoom in? Not like that.
Let's do this.
Let me check controls. Game. Settings. Controls. Keybinds. Key bindings. Mantle, melee, reload, interact, fire weapon. Tight aim, that's easy. Cobra RPG, that's multiplayer. Holster weapon, squad mate orders. Scanner execute. Skip conversation line. UI? No, that's for a controller. I don't care about that. Ah, who cares? I'll be able to use it to rip apart some stuff in the future, so that's fine. I'll just use a sniper rifle from a distance and kill some things. I'm excited for Monday for a couple of reasons. One, my supervisor should be back from, sick leave, basically, come Monday. That is if I think she has to go see her doctor. Either she's going to see her doctor on the weekend and get cleared, or she's going to be cleared, or she's going to see her doctor on Monday and then come into work. But I hope she can show up to work on Monday, because it's just not in her DNA to stay home. She has been trying to come into work, but her doctor and the office are like, no.
Transponder near this location.
And we told her, don't worry, we'll do everything we can.
Found it.
That thing's busted.
The transponder's power source is drained.
Thanks,
so let's
Direct.
juice it up. Turn it on, then Gil can work his magic.
Once complete, this should provide us with the Archon's location, and in turn, Meridian's.
We're one step closer to building a home in Helios.
Oh yeah, the hard part's totally behind us.
I think on the stripes on my arm and my armor, I think I swapped them. I think it's supposed to be red. I think this is supposed to be red stripes where the white is, and where the red is supposed to be white. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. I don't remember. But the other thing I'm excited about, because I know I said one of them, and then I sort of trailed off and rambled on about something for a little while. The other thing I'm excited about is, on top of our maintenance supervisor is supposed to be back, is they interviewed a fourth maintenance person yesterday, and if everything goes according to plan, the guy they interviewed is hoping he can start Monday. He's like, I'll start Monday if I can, and it depends on how long it takes them to get back to him about drug test schedules and that kind of stuff. But hopefully he can start on Monday, and then we'll have a full complement of maintenance employees, and that would be awesome. Because then we could finally break up the property the way it's supposed to be for, picking up trash, and we'd have, people for doing work orders and turns, and we could start catching up. Oh, it's going to be awesome. I'm excited. Goodness. we had a... When I was walking out I was walking into the office because I had a work order I had to go do at a certain apartment. I won't say which one it is because I don't even think I've said what company I work for or the apartment property I work for. I'm trying to. I don't really want to give any specifics because I don't want anybody to know. Because I don't, I don't want anybody to be able to say, oh, you're talking about this person. I don't want to do any of that. I want to try to keep it as vague as possible. Let's see. Wanted to meet with Axel. Okay, finally. Been a while working on that one. Acknowledge and then archive. Aya diplomatic efforts. Never plan on having to negotiate with alien civilization. Whatever. Okay. Yeah, sure, I'll acknowledge that, and then archive it. Matriarch credits. Yeah, uh-huh. Drax sent me an email a little ways back about, sorry, Matriarch needing a few credits, so that way he can get a bunch of money. You know what, I'll wait and talk to Gil later. Now I'm getting a bunch of crap popping up. I was ready to start this mission, but I need to go to Aya, and I gotta talk to the Moshai. Bloop. The two things I'm most excited about to have our supervisor back for is I'll be able to continue training as a pool operator because I really want to know more about that. I'm fascinated by the process, and the same thing with HVAC. But I need to get myself a new multimeter, one that can read, I forget what it's called. Hold on, while we're traveling here, I'll look up the term for it. Let's see. Come on, cooperate with me. No, that's not what I want. Yeah, we'll disembark the Tempest. Microfarads. That's what it's called. MFDs. I need to get a multimeter that will read microfarads and temperature, because it looks like something that I wasn't told about at my previous maintenance job. That would make life so much easier, because then I'd have a multimeter that would read everything that I needed to check, because mine will check continuity. It'll give me, I'm terribly sorry, it'll give me readouts on, voltage and ohms. But mine will just do voltage, ohms, continuity, and that's about it. But I need one that'll do temperature and microfarads, because then I can check to see if a capacitor's bad without having to just guess. If it reads exactly what it says it should, then great. If it reads under that, then that's no good. It's busted. Make life so much easier. And temperature, I could read, be able to read the gauges for air conditioners, and I'd be able to charge them more efficiently if I had a temperature gauge on it too. Oh, hey, what's up? Hello.
Not now. I'm calculating the antioxidant content of this irrigation system.
Alright, well, fine. Be upset with me, why don't you? Beep boop boop boop. And through here. The repository of history. Oh. Is it below here? Is it through here? Ah, yes, it is. That's why I can't
If that
find
should
it.
have come to me,
Axel, I'm all right.
you almost died. What's he doing here?
I asked the Moshai to set up a meeting. I don't want us to be enemies.
Is this true?
Axel, Ryder rescued me from the Ket. He risked his life to...
Sloane Kelly saved Kadara. Look how that went.
I don't condone what happened on Kadara, but one bad experience doesn't define an entire species.
Your kind has a history of treating each other unfairly. Just ask the Krogan.
How did you...
I've been watching you. You're invaders just like the Ket, except less cautious.
What does that mean?
You'll know soon enough. Do not trust them, Chauvin.
Axel... He didn't used to be like this. He was curious, brilliant. But the Ket, even without exaltation, they change us.
There's still time to bring him around.
I want to believe that, but his hatred towards aliens...
I'll prove we can be trusted.
I hope so.
Ryder, we just received an emergency recording from EOS. Come to the meeting room when you get back to the Tempest.
Hang on, let me just examine all the stuff here. Bunch of data pads and other crap. Oh, was it just the... Oh, no, there's another one there. Journal. No, back. I need additional tasks. The Angaran Initiative. Visit the Andromeda Initiative Embassy on Aya. Sure. I'll check that out. Hopefully it's nice. The governor's office.
Ambassador, I trust our people had a smooth transition to Aya.
The Angara have been gracious. Everything's going well.
Good. Keep me updated.
Do you have a quest for me, Reynolds?
Never lied to a director before.
The hologram looks weird.
Pathfinder, it's a pleasure. I'm Ambassador Riala, Chief Diplomat for the Initiative on Aya. I was removed from Cryo specifically for this. Quite the wake-up call.
Yeah, no kidding.
I assume you're trained for first contact diplomacy.
I'm a social anthropologist with a linguistics background. Close enough for Director Tan. I hear you're to thank for our new ties with Aya. This is our best shot at an alliance. Now we just need to keep our people from wrecking it, no matter how hard they try.
If something's wrong, I need to know.
Maybe you can help me fix it. A Solarian botanist named Sorvis Len is here, learning how to improve our crops. He sent an urgent comm, saying a member of the Angaran resistance had threatened him.
I'm sure that's how it worked out.
I'm not sure. Sorvis is an
One
excellent
moment.
scientist, but not the best communicator. I'm concerned this could escalate if someone doesn't look into it, but I don't have the staff to spare.
Sorry, Tabitha's on the phone and she's wandering around the apartment. She got a little close to the door, so I wanted to
I can go settle things. I'm a
make
friendly
sure
face for
that
both
didn't
sides.
bleed through.
That would be helpful. With any luck, we can prevent this from getting worse.
Aside from Sorvis Len, is everything okay? Need anything else?
Actually, yes. Director Tan gave me a project. He wants more Aya natives to live on the Nexus. He thinks it will deepen our partnership. A few Angara expressed interest, but None of them will agree to live on the Nexus without speaking to you first.
Okay, I can handle that.
Why me?
After what you've accomplished? I didn't want to bother you, but you asked. I'll point you towards the candidates. If you could convince them to transfer, I'd be grateful.
What's our end goal for Aya?
A strong alliance is all we can ask for. It's what we're working toward. Helios is the Angara's home. They dictate the terms of this partnership, not us. We need them as allies, and they could benefit from us. But we have to tread lightly.
Show them we're not invaders.
Historically, when two civilizations meet, one consumes or destroys the other. We need to break that cycle.
How many of our people have they let into the city?
A strictly limited number, and only certain professions. Scientists, engineers, and scholars. The Angara have agreed to allow some of our people to work in Aya's research facilities.
Interesting.
That's huge.
It's more than I expected. Tan wants me to push for social visits, but I'm holding my ground. We need to move at their pace. They've been extraordinarily gracious, all things considered.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'll take whatever they're willing to give.
That's all for now.
I'm here if you need anything.
All right. So let's check this out. I think that's the Solarian I was talking to who was like, I'm checking the amino acids of this crop water. I'm like, yes, okay. Am I supposed to meet with one of you guys? No, you're just chit-chatting. I gotta go down here. I gotta talk to Sorvis. I was talking about something and then I got sidetracked. I'm all over the place tonight. Yep, I was right. It's the same guy.
I can't work under these conditions. What does it take to be left alone?
Ambassador Riala sent me to check on you. You reported that someone in the Resistance threatened you. Tell me exactly what happened.
I didn't know Riala was sending the Pathfinder. I deserve no less, of course.
Of course.
I was measuring the photonic dispersal from the canopies when some random brute interrupted me. I asked him to move, and he got nasty. Said it was my fault his friend was dead. Ridiculous.
Do you know what he meant by that?
He ranted nonsense about a vessel and selling slots to outsiders. He got right up in my face and compared me to a cat. He wanted to kill me.
Sorry.
I could see it in his eyes. The whole conversation made no sense. I think he was inebriated.
Sounds like there's more to this. Don't suppose you caught his name?
Didn't ask, didn't want it, didn't need it. When he left, I tagged him with infrared dye from my sample kit. Invisible to the naked eye, but not to a scanner.
I'll scan people around the Resistance headquarters. See if I find him.
You're supposed to represent our interests on Aya. Go, represent. I have work to do.
Oh, what's happening? I hit the wrong key. Why am I buffering like that? Scan Resistance members. Hello, buffering. Why are you buffering?
I'm sorry. They're using a different encryption on this message. I can't make any.
Eh. Okay, so it's got to be in a different room. Scoo-doo-doop-a-doop-boop. Gotta head down here. It's not going to be in the medical area, but it's going to be through this door, I bet.
I detect the infrared dye Sorvis Len used to mark the person who threatened him.
That's our man.
Jaren Siak. Or Sjek. Or Sjegig.
I know why you're here. The botanist. You want an apology for what I said to him.
I only have one side of the story. Tell me yours.
It's hard to explain.
Try me.
Aya isn't big enough to give everyone a home. We each live here a short time and then move on. For someone to come, another must go. The exchanges are chosen at random. We call this arrangement the Vassal. Time of change. It worked well. Until now.
The Vassal never accounted for outsiders living on Aya.
There's only so much room. When our leaders agreed to make a place for your people here, it came with a cost. My friend won a place on Aya, but he sold that slot so one of you could stay here instead.
Sold it how? What did he get?
Comforts for his family, resources to improve their home on Haval. He always put others before himself. That's how he died, fighting Ket on Vold. When I found out, I was angry. Said things to your botanist I shouldn't have, but I'd never hurt your people.
I believe you. And I'm sorry for your loss. Between us, that botanist is kind of a jerk.
He didn't fear my anger. I respect that.
I'll talk to our ambassador. See if we can minimize our impact on your Vassal.
We don't expect things to be easy. Only that you understand, nothing is free for us.
Oh, they're fighting holograms. Or some weird target practice like that. Back to the ambassador. Let me see, map. What else is there? Speak to Uralt. Let's see. Mark those. What is that? Marixus. Hellrule. Uralt. And Salro. Sure. Interesting names. Oh, there's one of them right here. Which one are you? Uralt.
Pathfinder. Ambassador Riala didn't think you'd have time for me.
She said you needed to talk before agreeing to live on the Nexus.
This is the opportunity of a lifetime. I'm an anthropologist, but I've only ever studied my own people. I've heard the Nexus is home to multiple species and cultures. It will be fascinating, and possibly dangerous. Bacteria, viruses, other contaminants. My family worries about me. Are you sure I'll be safe?
We'll take every precaution, but entering an alien environment is always a risk.
I appreciate your honesty, and so will my family. I'll convince them to let me go. Thank you.
Excellent. Good. Honesty was the way to go. Man. No, not in here. Whoever it is up there. Here we go. That's what I need. Am I still talking to them? Okay. Hellrule.
You're one of Ambassador Riala's candidates to live on the Nexus.
I am. Glad you finally showed up. Let's get down to it. I've lived my whole life wanting to meet aliens who didn't want me dead. But my family's here. How can I stay in touch with them from the Nexus?
You can send messages, talk to them on the comm. We'll even arrange a visit.
You get it. All right. I'm in.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Hush phone. Sorry, I've got to keep it unmuted so that way I can hear it if it rings. If somebody calls, like if I get an on-call phone call. Normally I would have it muted, but, you know, sorry.
Pathfinder.
Hello.
Pathfinder.
Thanks.
Any news on what happened to Sorvis Len?
Do you know about the Vassal? The Angaran Lottery that decides who gets to live on Aya?
I've heard of it. Why?
Angar are selling their slots to come here, so our people can stay in their place. Including a member of the Angaran Resistance. He was killed on Vold. Wouldn't have happened if he'd been here.
No one told me of this arrangement. Well, we have to do something.
Governor Shai is on our side. She'll know what to do.
You're right. We need to solve this problem together. Thank you, Pathfinder. I'll forward your proposal to Director 10 immediately.
Okay.
That's all for now.
I'm here if you need anything.
I keep looking over at the little image of me, and I tell you what, I can't wait for all this coronavirus stuff to be over, where I don't have to wear a mask anymore, because I really hate having a beard and getting mask beard. I've got this weird, like, back and then swoosh from where the mask sits on my beard. I dislike it. The Memorial Gardens. Here we go. Here's the last person I got to talk to over here. And then there's another quest to pick up. Man, at this rate, I'm never going to finish this freaking game. Hello. Goodbye. Nope. Hold on. I got it. There we go. Stay in the right
Ambassador
spot.
Riala said you're thinking of moving to the Nexus.
Pathfinder. I'm honored even to be considered for the transfer. I won't be happy as just an observer. Need to work. I engineer power systems. Will I be allowed employment alongside your people?
If you put in a request, someone will get back to you.
And if they refuse? We'll have to think about it. Thank you, Pathfinder.
Okay. I'm done interviewing all the candidates. There's another quest over here, and then I'm going to fast travel back. I should be able to fast travel just to the embassy. I hope that's the case, because if not, I'm going to be irritated. Or at least to the governor's office, which is right there. Hello.
Honor to meet you, Pathfinder. Initiative Pilot Marixus. I run supplies to your outposts.
What brings you to Aya?
For survival supplies, only Aya has. I'm waiting on clearance to enter the city, but it's taking too long. I understand their caution, but the outposts need these supplies. I have to get them, now.
They let me into the city? I can help.
I appreciate that. To start, EOS needs a way to produce food to support population growth. They requested quinoa seeds to begin their own crops. There's an agricultural scientist who might sell some.
I'll make sure to get those seeds.
Settlers on Kadara are suffering from a bacterial infection. They need Angaran antibiotics to fight it. A medic in the city should be able to help.
Got it. They'll have that medicine in no time.
Eladin's water purifier can't keep up with demand. They're requesting one of those Angaran ionic filters. There are engineers who work on the aqueducts here. I'll bet they have what we need.
On it. One filter coming up.
Oakley dokley. Fast travel station. Yeah, it'll be easier if I just fast travel there. I can talk to whoever that is, the agricultural scientist, and talk to them, and then I can head up to the Andromeda Initiative embassy again. Hello.
Weird question. You don't have any quinoa seeds, do you?
Yes, I do. Need some?
One. Easy enough. And then up here. I talked to the ambassador.
Director 10 is pleased with the Angara you sent to the Nexus. Thank you for your help. Pathfinder, what can I do for you?
That's it.
That's all for now.
I'm here if you need anything.
Okay, thought I needed to talk to you to wrap that quest up, but I guess not. It just wraps up on its own. Easy enough. Hello, Aqueduct Engineer.
Do you work on water filtration here?
I designed the system for it.
Can you sell me an ionic filter? My people need it on Eladin.
If they're tough enough for Eladin, they deserve help. Here.
Thank you, thank you. And then the last one, which is... Get out of here. I don't need that. There. No, it's going to be in the medical center, so I'm going to have to go through decontamination. Mass Effect 1. Stand by. Shore party. Decontamination in progress. On the Xbox 360, it would do it like 4 times.
My people on Kadara are fighting a bacterial infection. Do you have antibiotics?
Of course. Will this do?
Okay, back up here, through the door. I can fast travel. I did not expect to do this much here on Aya. I expected to start hunting the Archon, which that'll probably just be the title of the next stream, depending on how long that mission is.
I found Kiloa seeds for Eos. Is this enough?
It's perfect. I'll make sure Eos gets them. More of your outposts need help, if you have time. Vold's power grid is lagging without proper solar input. The solar amplifier would give them a boost. The solar technicians here may have the required parts.
I'll see what I can find. Here, I have the antibiotics for Kadara. Will the settlers be okay?
Once they have these, they'll be fine. I'll make sure they know who to thank.
What else you got?
I managed to find an ionic filter for Eladin. Make sure they get it.
I'll get this delivered right away. They'll be relieved to have enough water.
Okay, so I got one more to do. Map. This guy here. At least he's close. Or this lady. I don't know. Whoever it is, they're not far. Solar
You work on the solar panels?
flyer.
Do you have an amplifier for solar energy?
Nothing as big as these, but I have a smaller one on hand. Do you need it?
A Manpapa flyer. There's no fun way to say amplifier wrong. Pardon me? Alright, this should be my last mission here. Once I do that, I'm going to return to the Tempest, and then I'm going to run a quick ad break. Just a quick one.
Here, I found the solar amplifier for Vold.
They'll be happy to see this. No more power outages. Thank you, Pathfinder.
Is that it? We all set? We all good? It's all good in the neighborhood? Awesome. Yep. I mean, that was 10 years ago. Biggest tornado outbreak in North Carolina history. Or at least in, I think, Raleigh's history.
Gil's been asking if you can come by.
I know. Oh my god, no messages. Alright, we're fine. Journal. I think it's under Allies and Relationships. Is it Jaw? Yeah, access the big con Tempest. Okay, so we'll do that real quick. And I'll check my other stuff. Buy sell kiosk. I don't have any crap to sell. AVP status control. Collect all rewards. Thank you. Yes, 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 yes. Skip, 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 skip. There we go. I'll check these. I don't think any of these missions are done. Still an hour left and still 2 hours and 20 minutes left on that. So it'll be done the next time I play.
VidCon channels are ready, Pathfinder.
Thank you very much, Sam. Appreciate it. Let me save the game.
Suvi, play the full distress call from Prodromos.
Right away.
This is the Initiative Outpost Prodromos on Eos. We're in need of assistance. Tempest, this one is for you. We've got hostiles inbound. No ground activity, but there soon will be. Pathfinder, we need you. Going dark until it's resolved. We're not giving up Eos again. Out.
Could use more information than just hostiles and the worry of escalation.
Could be he's worried it's not a simple attack. If someone's willing to risk attacking Prodromos, your first outpost...
They're trying to make a point. That's the last we heard? Nothing else?
No rider, but also no alarms. The orbital buoy isn't showing any major traffic. Bradley's military, all about the prep. I bet it's a brownout to present less of a target.
Keep the nav fresh. I'll be on the bridge soon.
Understood.
Okay. We'll have to go to Prodromos. So I'm going to pause it right here. I'm going to save it. And it's going to unpause after I save. So I'm going to pause it again. I'm going to run a quick ad break. And I'll be right back. Wow. I expected that to take longer. Well, if any of you guys... Well, if anyone here isn't a subscriber, don't worry. I'm not going to move on until after the ad break's over. Because my people who aren't subscribers don't get you know, they don't get ad breaks. Or subscribers don't get ad breaks. Everyone else doesn't. Let's see. Vetra's maxed out. She needs 6 points. Drac. Yeah. He should be... Yep, he's totally maxed out, so is Vetra. Liam, I don't think... Has he unlocked? Unavailable, okay. PB, I know I haven't done hers yet. But I'm not going to auto-level them up. I'm doing Jaws right now. And I personally still have 5 points. Okay, good. Ad break's over. I need 1 more point, so I have to level up again before I'm going to spend any more points. Liam's mission was get more outposts set up. And I did. I got the max number outposts set up.
Pythias, the distress from Prodromos is repeating.
We need a closer look.
I hear that.
Skip. Yep. Let's fire it up. Yeah, we're all set.
Descent is green.
Thanks, Callow.
Coordinating. Path is calm.
And Suvi. Split ends on the station. Alright, Ryder. Let's roll. Speak to Bradley.
Sorry to keep you in the dark, Pathfinder, but there are eyes on this planet.
We didn't see much traffic from orbit.
It's there. But hopefully you can get ahead of this before it turns into something bad. See you soon.
I'm right here.
Thanks for coming. Knew you'd be up for it.
I need answers. You said there were hostiles inbound.
We've had raids. With all our scientific gizmos, we expected pirates. But not this.
4-5, repeat. Stockpile complete. Waiting for beacon. Launch on detection. Repeat. 1, 2, 3.
What am I hearing, Bradley?
Here's my worry. Maybe the raids we've seen were just a decoy, so someone could do a slow tactical build-up in the Black Rock.
Tactical? You mean military?
Clearly.
I mean Rokar. That's why I called you instead of raising the alarm. An attack on our first outpost? Can you imagine how the Nexus would react? That's what the Rokar want. I'm nobody's fool.
I'm sure we can check it out without drawing too much attention.
You're the person for the job. I hope I'm wrong, Pathfinder. I didn't want to bring this kind of thinking to Andromeda. Head to Black Rock Tand. I'll transmit the nav point for the signal.
No problem. Oh, Danny.
Great day to be alive, Pathfinder. To have purpose.
I pulled Danny out of the fire several times. So we need to head up there. So let's fast travel there. I gotta make sure I send something to the...
Almost at Black Rock Tand.
Ryder, there is no doubt it's a Rokar signal.
Understood. Eyes open.
Sorry, just a moment. One moment. Okay, that means they'll get here just not long before the stream is over. Sorry. Oops. Whoopsie doozy. We're gonna start fighting climb about there, so we'll activate 6-wheel drive. Sorry, I promise come Sunday my next stream won't be as slapdash.
Right. Rocar on site.
Monitoring. They'll hold some in reserve.
Good to know.
That's right. They're fighting a bunch of other crap too. Missed.
Outlaws.
Keep it up.
Hostiles ahead.
There we go. That was dealt with. Anybody left? Oh, there's a sharpshooter still.
Y'all, are we clear?
You're clear. Still reading Bradley's signal.
Right. Let's see what they were protecting.
Be careful. I doubt this was about piracy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's gotta be it, right?
This signal can call dropships to a precise location.
A Rocar strategy rider. The scout would have placed the beacon in the center of Prodromos.
Telling Axul exactly where to strike.
Bradley, Blackrock was a Rocar scout with a beacon.
Shit. Glad you put an end to that.
This job is half done. We need to ensure they don't come back.
Not sure what you're asking, Pathfinder. We can't risk our first outpost.
This is third. We lost the first and second.
Promise and resilience.
What are you planning?
We use their beacon. They want a target? Let's give them one. On our terms.
Site 2 is still powered. You could broadcast from the old comm array.
Bait and switch at Site 2. Let's go.
Easy enough. You guys want to roll against us? We'll do that. That's close enough. No, don't do that. Yeah, fast travel. That's what I wanted. I need to see if I have anybody lined up to stream with me on Sunday. Although, you know, I could have a maintenance call come in on Sunday. And I just have to leave. Rock climbing some rocks. Rock climbing.
Sam, you have a location for this Rocar beacon?
Nav point marked for Rocar signal upload.
Be ready. It'll draw them right to you.
That's the point.
We know this place. They don't.
They can't have it.
Starting Rocar signal upload.
Now might be a good time to take cover.
Depends where they're coming from.
Human, I told you no soon enough. The beacon is live. You couldn't stop our scouts.
They've bought it. Hold it till they're on the ground.
I can wait for this.
Missed. I just missed him a bunch, several times. Got him that time. What else I got? There's still somebody down there. Oh, here come more of them. I'm getting popped. Yep, having a sniper rifle was definitely an improvement. Get him, there you go. Somebody's up there, eh? Come on, I stepped out.
Don't stop!
Got him. Is there one of them behind me? Yeah, there's somebody close. Vetra's getting him. Okay, he burned up. All burned up. Nice job, Drac. Oh, I expected him to keep going. He did not. Well, that's sure it's not outlaws, it's Rocar. I mean, I guess they're Angaran outlaws, technically. But that's only by virtue of a slight technicality. There's a bunch of them. I'm low on ammo. Not too low, mind you. I got him. I got 4 of them left. Ugh. Bink. Get him, Drac.
This site is a decoy. Rally at these coordinates.
They're onto us. Where are they going?
I'll tell you. Site 1. We overcharged the power relay to draw them in.
Aksul's not going to be happy about that.
Promise, here we come.
See, I think I got my ammo back. Come on, get in. Oops. Unwedged. There we go. What is over here? Whatever it is, I guess it's not important because it's not really happening right this second. There's some Scourge. Just...
Not soon. The Pathfinder is coming. Motherless. Everyone prepare to defend.
Sounds like they're losing their support.
Excuse me. Come on.
Giving it everything I got.
Looks like outlaws.
Ow. Stay covered up. Okay, that's down. Come on, Raider. It's down. Boom! There's still somebody around.
Between the eyes. I'll remember this. We're not finished.
And we are now.
Today, and we'll be ready next time. Come to Prodromos, Pathfinder. We owe you. Again.
Of course you do. That's just how life works. Combat fitness. We'll do in the trenches. Learn. Excellent. Nomad, away! We'll just park right here.
Pathfinder?
The Rokar attack is over.
We'll know what to watch for in the future. It can't just be this old man and his hunches. Special thanks to our friend Jal. It helps to show we're not all on opposite sides.
We can't assume anyone could be an enemy. That's no way to live.
We're not planning on it.
How's the team holding up?
A little shell-shocked. Can't blame them.
Maybe I should say something?
If you like.
I want you to know people will hear about this. Your bravery this day, and every day, will not go unrecorded. I'll make sure there's a commendation in every record. You all deserve it.
So, when do we get back to work?
No awards, asked or expected. We lose sometimes, but if they have the choice to keep going, they'll take it. This wasn't a good day, but it was another day. You gave them that. Your people, Ryder.
Hip hip huzzah! Okay. So the Nomad was parked right in front of Bradley. We will head back to the Tempest, because we're done here. Is that the right button? That's the right button.
Ascent is go.
Leaving Atmo. All clear.
Gil's been asking if you can come by.
You have new email at your terminal, Pathfinder.
Ah, I have new email. I will acknowledge. Oh, I need to archive that message too. That way I don't go, when did this mission happen?
Pathfinder, you have pending vid calls.
Jarl, I'm in the meeting room.
Right behind you, Ryder. Pulling up the message. Jarl Amadarav, you always were a short-sighted fool. Helping an outsider instead of your own people. You're unfit to bear your family's name.
I didn't mean to make my enemies yours.
You said similar things before. When we were students, the Moshai paired us together. We've never gotten along.
Sorry.
I'm still learning about Angara, but that sounded more personal than a childhood rivalry.
He's too smart to attack me directly. Aksul wants us to do something reckless. Let's not give him the satisfaction.
Okay. Easy enough. Okay. Bear with me for one moment. I'm not going to do another ad. I'm just going to pause it for 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, my food arrived. Tabitha got it. Excellent. Okay, well, I think that means that all we have left now, other than a couple of miscellaneous missions, one or two that I'm not going to bother with, we can just go to Kadara. I don't want to start that mission. So maybe actually I'll back out and I'll go somewhere else. I guess I'll go to the Nexus and I'll do that poker game with Gil. Because I don't have time to start hunting the Archon mission. Actually, I don't need to go to Kadara for that. I already did that part. I have to talk to Gil about it. I think that said I've done 84%. I've checked 84% of the planets, which means there's a few that are going to pop up that I can't colonize, because I think I've got all the colonies that I can get unlocked. I think. Unless they crop one or two more up, but they had some, like, slots. And all the slots were filled, as far as I'm aware. So we'll go back to the Nexus. I'll skip that. I am hungry. I'm not starving to death or anything. I'm just hungry. Come on, Tempest. I'm excited, though. I think me and Tabitha were going to play a little bit of Stardew Valley tonight post-stream. But after I put her to bed, I'm going to stay up for a little while. And I'm going to play some freaking Satisfactory. I got my train network set up. I got my rail network set up, transporting quartz and bauxite to a location. That way I can start running aluminum production, and then I can start getting like all sorts of stuff done. Then I can start producing a lot of aluminum stuff. I can move on to the next into the next tier. I'd like to get nuclear power set up. I'm excited to sort of start getting deep into this. Come on, save. I will say, at least the music in the bar isn't, like, way too loud.
So, Ryder, big news. I think I found my purpose in life.
Oh yeah? What's that?
Thrashing you at poker? Should I deal?
Ryder, I can read Gil's vital signs and give you an advantage during the game if you like.
Don't. Alright? You can deal first. Having fun?
Getting my ass kicked is what I'm doing.
Poker's lost me several friends over the years. The only one who still plays me is my buddy Jill. I know, Jill and Gil.
Who's Jill? She's here in Andromeda?
Yep. Been awake since the start. Jill's a fertility expert. Heads the initiative CRC. My only real friend from back home. I bet 50.
I call. The CRC?
Colonial Repopulation Committee. She's always teasing that I'm making her job harder. Says if I'm not making babies, I'm part of the problem. We have that kind of relationship.
Growing our numbers is paramount to our survival here.
Sure. But that's Jill's purpose. I'm not just going to adopt it. See what I did there? I'm not just going to adopt it.
I saw.
You should meet her. You'll see. She's amazing. Another 100.
I fold.
Another one for me then.
Clearly.
Well, that's that. You win.
I've achieved my true purpose in life. What will I do now?
Congratulations. Good game.
You two. Jill predicted you'd be my downfall. Can't wait to tell her she was wrong. Another streak intact, I'll say.
Ouch. Have fun. And thanks for the game.
New Tachanka, back in the fold. Let's hear it.
What else do I have? Journal. Additional tasks. There isn't really anything else to do. I don't think there's anything else I can do. Armor, arms. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go priority ops, hunting the Archon. So it's going to meet Gil on the Tempest and engineering. So here's what I'll do. We'll go ahead and we'll lift off. I'll head over to engineering. I'll save it, and then next stream, so on Monday, I should be streaming on Sunday, but like my next Mass Effect stream is going to be Monday, so next Monday I will, and I won't be on call, so I won't be interrupted. I shouldn't show up too late. You know, the exception to that is if something happens like what happened today, because I needed somebody else with me, because
Doll's been asking to talk to you.
Oh, Jaw's been asking to talk to me. I'll talk to Jaw then.
You have new email.
Okay, got email. I'll do that first. Because I wouldn't have been able to do that. Oh, that's exactly what it is. I needed assistance because I couldn't carry that huge piece of plywood over there by myself. Not in my little tiny car. And I couldn't really carry it. Like, I couldn't put it up on my own. So. Oh, I didn't want to do
Gil,
this
here's
yet.
that Ket transponder. The spy used it to get his orders.
What do we need from it?
The location it points to should give us a fix on the Archon's ship.
Oops, I didn't want to start this yet.
Think you can figure it out?
I've been looking over the care tech we found so far. It may be a different galaxy, but physics still applies. Only so many ways of communicating across space. There. Give it a shot.
Did you connect the...
Shit, turn it off. Careful. That is a direct line to people who want to murder everyone on this ship.
Sam?
I have the coordinates. The signal points to the Tafino system.
We sure we want to do this?
I know we're still getting our feet wet, but I don't see another choice.
I knew running off to Andromeda would be dangerous, but shit. This is dangerous.
Only if we die.
I mean, it's dangerous if you... Regardless there, Ryder. Oh, PB's gonna want to talk. Is Jaw still in his usual place over here? Okay, good. Because this is what I wanted to do, but I forgot I was tracking a different mission.
More than anyone know how dangerous Axel is.
Why were they allowed to speak with him?
They aren't children anymore. We can't control their every move. You remember how you were. Please, Jarl.
I'll bring them home.
This is obviously a bad time.
No. Please stay. My being alone won't help anything. 3 of my brothers and sisters have joined the Rokar. Axul has poisoned them with his hatred of aliens.
And your mothers want you to bring them back.
The Rokar have made camp at the Forge. Many consider it the birthplace of our civilization. Axul likely believes this bold move will create more fanatics for his cause. Ryder, he has my family. But I don't think I can do this alone.
You don't have to. Just tell me the time and place.
No hesitation. You are a good friend. I have a contact who's been monitoring the Rokar. I'll set up a rendezvous with her.
You know what? There was a little while ago, I was running past and Lexi said over the radio, "Can I see you in the med bay?" And I forgot about it. I was about to wrap up the stream, but I need to poke my head in there and see if that is in fact still a thing. That's not the med bay. This is.
Going through the readouts from the Ket facility, I've never seen such advanced genetic technology. Frankly, it's light years ahead of our capabilities.
I need to talk to you about something private.
Of course. That's what I'm here for.
When Dad died, he blocked off parts of Sam's memory, things he didn't want me to see.
Or he thought you weren't ready for.
Maybe. I found this trigger. It unlocked a memory fragment of Dad on the Citadel, from when the Alliance rejected his ideas about AI, and he found out Mom's illness was terminal.
Why do you think your father chose this specific memory?
It was where his journey to Andromeda really began.
Those events started your family down a new path.
Yeah. Thanks, Lexi. Feels good to talk about this. I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
Okay, I guess I didn't really need to talk to her, unless... Oh, it's the respec station. That's a data pad, and that's nothing else. Okay, so we'll wrap it up. Let me head back up to ye olde galaxy map. We'll save it. And then next Monday, we will continue Mass Effect. We'll finally head down a new path towards the, well, I'll do that thing for Jaal first. So Sunday's probably going to be the same. Probably going to continue doing more Call of Duty, like I normally do. Hopefully that's the case anyway. But I want to thank all y'all for dropping by and checking things out and putting up with me and my shenanigans, and my, running a little over a couple of things. Get out of here, notification. You couldn't see it, but I'm sure you heard it. But yeah, I should be live on Sunday from 6 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time like normal, and then if I'm not, I will post it in the Discord and on Twitch, because I may have to be on a call. And then Monday, Wednesday, Friday should be pretty standard across the board, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for those 3 days. But I want to thank y'all so much for dropping by and continuing to check out the stream, even with all the crap that's been going on and me changing stuff around and all that. It means a lot that you guys are still hanging out, and well, you guys and gals are still hanging out and watching. I want to continue to do this. I enjoy doing this a lot. But again, thank y'all, and I'll catch you later. Y'all have a great night. Bye, everyone. I'll see you next time.